Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to 3 Buck Theater, and this is my Let's Talk series. It's just an opinion video where I pick a subject and I talk about it. And one of the key things that's going through my mind today, November 3rd, 2020, it is a lot. Especially if you're an American. Not everyone who listens to this channel is American, but the vast majority of you are. You know what today is. It is the presidential election. Everything feels like it is off the charts in regards to just insane amounts of energy. And if you're like me, you just probably want it to stop, slow down, go away. But when you throw on a global pandemic on top of it, everything feels like it's absolutely insane. Everything feels like it's on fire. And that's why today on Twitter right now, Schindler's List is trending, which is why you might be asking yourself why I put it as the thumbnail for why we need movies right now. Why do we need to think about Schindler's List, you might be asking yourself. And the reason why I bring it up is because a lot of people were talking about it as a movie that they absolutely love, but they never want to watch again. And I get that, right? There are movies out there you watch that impact you in such a way that you may never want to go back, even though you love the movie. And in some cases, these movies make you cry. The ending of Schindler's List is one that will absolutely make you cry. But the reason why I'm bringing it up just in the front part of this video has everything to do with the cathartic release of actually crying. In our culture, in our society, a lot of people out there believe that by showing emotion, you are showing weakness. That by crying, you are not strong. That you are not an alpha. You're not a Chad. And that is an absolute load of garbage. Crying is a healthy human emotion, and it can be cathartic in regards to releasing stress and releasing tension that you may not be able to release in any other situation. Yes, there is working out. Yes, there's absolutely brown chicken, brown cow, which is the funnest way of release. I just want to put that out there. But sometimes crying can make you feel better. It's that sadness aspect. It's letting yourself accept the things you can't control. It's letting yourself accept the things that are around you and accepting realities. And it allows you to just get it out and to focus and to chill. But not only that, movies can do that. Certain movies for me will do that. Like Hachi, A Dog's Tale, that one with Richard Gere, where it's that old Japanese story where the guy died, but his dog waited at the train station every day for him to come back until the dog became like a town icon. And then ultimately the dog died. Yeah, I can't watch that movie. I'm not a functioning human being afterward. But the reason why I'm talking about needing movies right now, predominantly, comfort in these dark times. And it's not that these dark times are anything new. We've been living it now since March. And in other parts of the world, they've been living it since even sooner. You know, since then, I'm just saying it's crazy at this moment in time. And, you know, I read Twitter and I read people talking about stuff and I don't see a lot of people sharing anything good. I don't see people sharing anything specific. But I always ask myself, when it comes to the kind of content I want to make on this channel, when I talk about movies, why do I want to talk about movies? Why do I want to keep doing it? I ask myself this quite frequently because, for one, the news just hasn't really been there, which is true. And two, everything has a negative bent. Everything has a negative bent. Go look at a lot of other news channels, especially opinion channels that come in from a certain group of people, and everything is negative. Everything is terrible. Everything is on fire. Everything in entertainment, things that are meant to be escapism, is treated like it is a social pariah, that it is a leper, that is just full of disgusting, terrible people that are just trying to dupe you into cultural Marxism or communism. I mean, this is the kind of thing that's being said about movies. And that if you watch them, you realize, no, that's not the case. But people who rely on fear to push agenda in order to profit, they are right now very much in control of very many narratives. Which is why I think we need movies now more than ever. Because movies are not changing, by the way. A movie you might love as a child, go back and watch it as an adult and look to see whether or not there's political messaging or a social message, or it was trying to do something or say something. And you'd be amazed at how much of that happened back when you were a kid. The difference was, when you were a kid, you just didn't notice it. And you were far more accepting of it because children are just accepting. Children are pure love, pure joy, pure emotion. They don't have underhanded tactics that they use in order to, lie to you. They will deceive you sometimes, sure, but that's just because they're kids and they're deceitful. But you know what I'm talking about here, right? Hiding the remote and not telling you where it is and laughing is not the same thing as, trying to gaslight you about Pizzagate. That's what I'm talking about. So when you look at the situation right now in the world and you think to yourself, I can't do it. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. And I hear that from you guys all the time. And then you guys turn to people like me to provide some form of comfort. I posted a review the other day of, I think, Ready or Not. And one commenter was like, oh, thank God you posted this. I needed you really bad today. And that stuck with me as well. That comment stuck with me as well. Because when I look at what I do here, I don't know how much of it I ever take with I ever think about the impact that I have on other people. But if someone's having a bad day or having a rough time and a video of mine brings them comfort, I feel at that point then, that is my purpose. I don't want my content here to bring you discomfort. I don't want to tell you to stay angry. I don't want to tell you what to think or what to feel. I don't want to trick you with false narratives all because I'm trying to line my pockets. I'm broke as a joke and I'm fine with that because I'm working my ass off in other areas. But what I want and why I'm making this video is I want us to be happy. I want us to feel better. I want us to have our own version of a cathartic release, whether it is through joy, happiness, or crying. I want us to watch movies that impact us, movies that make us feel better, movies that we love. And it doesn't have to be movies from when you were a kid. Don't get me wrong. I love The Goonies. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It still holds up to this day. But that's not a movie that I would go watch as like a comfort film. For me, I would watch something like Clerks because that was a movie that inspired me so much as a kid. It's one of the movies that got me towards wanting to make movies. And I know that sounds cliche because a lot of people have made those claims over the years, but that is how I feel. Another movie would be something like The Blair Witch Project because of how they made the movie and its cultural impact. And I remember the marketing campaign and how it made me feel, that mystery, that adventure, that horror. What was waiting for me in the theater when I saw it on opening day first showing. I remember those moments crystal clear 20 years later. That's what I'm talking about. Movies that impact you in a way that make you remember what it is like to live in some way. Whether you watch a movie that makes you want to go up to your mom and give her a hug and just say, Mom, I love you, or Dad, I love you, or you take your kids or your wife or your partner, your aunt, your uncle, your friends, whatever, and you just go, I just want to say, I love you. I'm reminded of that. That is the power of storytelling. The power of storytelling is allowing you to go into the boots and the shoes and the adventures and the minds and the perspective of another person or persons and get to be told a story from what their viewpoint. And then you find relation that then finds a way into your subconscious, which allows you to feel a certain way. This isn't manipulation. This is just storytelling. This is the essence of storytelling. This is the idea of storytelling. And right now we need storytelling. And you could argue all you want about how Hollywood is bankrupt on stories. But look at how many movies are out there that you haven't seen. And look at how many movies that are out there that you haven't watched because someone on the internet said, don't watch this. I will never tell you to not watch a movie. I will always tell you to watch everything you can and go in with the best expectations. If you're let down, that's fine. You still experienced it. But if you go in wanting to be entertained, you train your brain to watch movies for the purpose of which they are created, for entertainment. If you go in there looking to find agendas or looking to find things to nitpick or be mad about because somebody on the internet or someone you read or some tweet you saw told you to stay angry, then you are going in to be angry. You are subconsciously telling yourself that this is something you have to feel, that you have to act a certain way. Rather than changing your frame of mind, changing how you view it, and going in with the expectation to be entertained, looking for the things that entertain you. You never know. You might come across a movie you never thought you would watch before and you found yourself absolutely loving it. I guarantee you, this is my request of you guys. Let me know what movie brings you the most joy in the comments section. Let me know why. And while you're at it, leave a like. Let's try to get to 100 likes. I think we can. And if you're in America, I ask you to vote. That's my push. Whatever you want to vote for, but just exercise that duty. And we can make it through together, but I think we can make it through with the power of joy and all talking about something we love and the escapism that we go to, that we find ourselves always wanting to go back to, rather than taking that escapism and turning it into just something else to hate. There are too many people out there that have done that have profited off of it, that profit off of your emotions by keeping you mad. I'm telling you to stop and to try not being mad when you watch a movie, to try to watch something that brings you joy or that could bring you joy, to try something new. And if you're having trouble and you're just angry and you're frustrated and you're mad and you don't know why, but the world feels like it's closing in around you, watch something like Schindler's List. It's a weird suggestion, I fully admit, but when you watch something like Schindler's List, what does it do? It's the story of a man who's saving people during one of the worst periods in human history. Clearly, in our world, our current world, the worst thing that ever happened. And it's a man trying to save those around him. This movie will make you cry. This movie will expose your humanity. This movie will get you to get rid of those feelings. Because sometimes you just need to cry. If it's not Schindler's List, it might be something else. It could be anything else. It could be Hachi. It could be Simon Birch. It could be The Fox and the Hound. I cried at Terminator 2. I don't know why. I don't know why. I cried at Godzilla 1985 again. I don't know why, but I did. I don't do that now, but I did that then. I'm just saying, in this situation, watch something that will release emotion. Because when you release that emotion, it no longer has control over you. You get it out of your system, and then maybe, just maybe, you can find something that you like. Maybe, just maybe, you can find something that brings you some happiness. That's why I'm asking you guys to let me know what you want, what movies bring you the most amount of joy. And what movie makes you cry? How about that? What would you recommend to somebody who's having a bad day and just needs some comfort movies? Because I think we need more of that in this world. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions down in the comments section. I appreciate it. Let's try to get 100 likes. I think we can do it. And if you like this, if you like these opinion videos, I plan on doing more of them, so stick around. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Thank you again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day. Stay safe. Thank you for being here. You guys bring me joy. I just want you to know that. Thank you again. Peace out.